So I've been using these Oppo earphones for about a couple of days now. In this video, I'll share my experience talking about all the important stuff like the sound quality, the latency, and the battery life, the touch controls, and all the important stuff. So guys, if you are new to the channel, subscribe and also like this video. Let's begin. So here are some of the important specs for your reference. Now let's get into the review. So the first thing is the charging case. The entire unit is actually very lightweight at about 30 grams, and it kind of feels slippery, and opening and closing the lid can be a little bit difficult and requires more attention because it can easily drop out from the hands. And not only that, you definitely need two hands to open the lid. So definitely it's not as easy as, let's say, the Realme Buds Air. And also even taking out the earbuds from the case also kind of requires a little bit more attention. So just to give you an idea about its size, it is very small and easily pocketable. You can see this against a 2 rupee coin. It's almost double the size of it. So it has these wear detection sensors which basically play and pause automatically when you take them out from your ears. And I found this to be working really good, but when you take out the earphones, it does take a second or two to actually pause the music. Otherwise, everything works really well. Even it works on non-Oppo phones, so that is really nice. So it also has the touch controls, so double tap to go to the next track, and you cannot really go to the previous track. I found the touch controls overall to be really good. I mean, comparing to, let's say, Realme Buds Air, I find this slightly better. Triple tap to invoke voice assistant, but there is no volume control, so that is a little bit disappointing. So if you tap twice on the left earbuds, you can switch between balance mode and the bass mode.
Bass mode. Balance mode.
In terms of fit, I would say these are okay. I have seen better, and they don't really go deep inside your ears, and comfort wise I didn't have much of an issue. Also, I am really impressed with the connectivity. I mean, just look how fast it connects to the phone. Just opening it, you can see in just about a second it gets connected to the phone, so that is really good. This is probably the fastest that I've seen. Also, I didn't notice any connection drop, so overall it was pretty good in terms of connectivity. So now let's talk about the latency, and I'll also try and give you a demo of this. So they are using this term binaural low latency mode. Now you can see here that normally in other truly wireless earphones, one of the main earphones actually reroutes the audio to the other earbuds, but here this really happens directly from the phone to each of the earbuds. So on some earphones I've noticed that one of the earbuds gets disconnected randomly. So with this, it should not happen in theory, but I don't think this is related to audio latency in terms of audio lag in games, etc. And this also works with Qualcomm and MediaTek processor phones, which is most of the phones out there. So anyway, I tested the audio latency on a Exynos processor phone, and you can see here that there is a bit of latency or lag, as you can hear. And just to set the context and give you a better understanding, this is with the wired earphones. Of course, wired earphones feel almost instant. Also, I tested this on a phone with a Qualcomm processor, the Redmi Note 7S. I tried playing PUBG for a very brief time and I found it slightly better. Also, it comes with dual mics with noise cancelling, and I had pretty good experience with calling. Here is the sample for you guys. Hey guys, now I'm recording this with the Oppo Encore W31 Bluetooth earphones in a decently quiet room. Now the fan is not running. Now I'm going to turn on the fan, and guys, you can notice if there is any background or ambient noise. So the fan is running right now, and it sort of creates some ambient noise for sure. Normally for my voiceovers, I turn off the fan. So now you can see I'll be quiet for a minute. So while I'm talking, let me know how this actually sounds and whether the ambient noise affects, because it does have that noise cancelling extra microphone. So let me know guys how the mic quality is, I personally had a pretty decent experience in terms of calling. I'm going to turn off the fan now again. So I hope you had a decent idea about the mic quality. So now let's talk about the sound. First of all, the sound stage, I find it to be open and wide and it doesn't feel cramped or thinny. So definitely it is good for a Bluetooth earphones. Now talking about the bass, when I tested this in balance mode, I found the sound to be flat and definitely it was lacking bass. But when I enabled the bass mode, the low end instantly started kicking in. The bass is nice, punchy and tight. I feel the bass is done very well here. It is clean and tight so that other frequencies don't get muffled or overshadowed. So even the mids or highs actually sounded really good. The vocals sound clear. There is some good clarity to the instruments, both in the mid range and also the highs actually neither feel grainy nor bright. They feel just right. I know a lot of people care about bass, so let me tell you that the bass in terms of amount, it is sufficient. It's not bass heavy guys, and it's not mindless bass. I mean, the quality of the bass is very good. Like I said, the bass feels very clean and tight, and that's really important because overall clarity also matters. Honestly, I'm impressed with the tuning or the sound signature of these earphones. So in terms of sound, I would easily recommend them. But one downside is that I found the volume levels to be slightly low compared to other Bluetooth earphones, and also the battery isn't really great. I mean, the earbuds lasted just about 3 hours 20 minutes at about 90% volume, so that is definitely not a great battery life. So if you really care for the battery life, then these are not for you. But of course you can charge them using the charging case on the go as well. So is it worth buying? For a price of 4000 rupees, with all the features like wear detection sensors, the dual microphones and good sound quality, I would definitely say it's worth considering. I'll drop a link in the description in case you want to buy it. Please consider buying it from my affiliate link, it does help the channel. So that's been it guys, please like this video, also subscribe. Thanks for watching, I'll see you soon.